Yo, what is going on, guys? Today we are going to be playing a little bit of some NHL here in the background, but we are going to be doing another Q&A today. You guys asked a lot of questions, actually. There was like 100 of them, and then when I went to click on the video, there was like 80 of them. So I don't know what happened there. YouTube must have deleted like 20 comments, so if I missed that comment, I'm sorry. I can't really help that because they got rid of it, but I'm going to try to answer a lot of these questions. Obviously, 80 comments, I can't quite go through all of them because I have a big tendency to take half an hour to answer everybody's single question. We'll be here forever, so I'm going to try to slim it down a little bit. I appreciate every single person that did send a question, and no, so don't, no hard feelings if I don't get to your question here. All right, let's get started here. Question number 1, what are your thoughts about NHL 18? All right, I can't answer this because I'm planning on doing here shortly a little, I think we're gonna call it like a love-hate about NHL 18. I'm gonna try to go over multiple, the threes, the ESHL, the versus, whatever. We're gonna try to go over multiple different modes, the layout of the game, whatever, and then make it like a little bit of a mini series coming up into NHL 18, what I think about the game exactly. So I'm gonna hold off on that question. Flame9XYT asks if I can slide into his dude. I can slide in. Oh yeah, I can. I'll slide in anybody's DMs. Just ask nicely. Daniel Sanes has a couple questions here. First of all, can you add me on PS4? Of course you can add me on PS4. Go right ahead, man. And then, which state do you live in? Again, we went over this, but if you're new to the channel, you do not know, I live in the state of Ohio. Does Aaron Judge get out of the slump? I like this question. How much home runs does Aaron Judge finish with? I don't know about the home run question. Maybe 30s? Somewhere in the 30s, mid-30s, maybe 32, 33. I don't even know what he has right now. I could be ridiculously answering this question. How many does Aaron Judge have right now? But this is an interesting question because I've talked about how guys like Aaron Judge come into this league and explode, and then they need to come back and, readjust when they get that scouting report on them players. I think that's that phase Aaron Judge is in right now, where they've got a little bit of a scouting report on that guy. You see him struggling lately. Do I think he comes out of the slump? I think he comes out of it. Do I think he comes back batting 330, 350, wherever he is at the start of the year? I don't think so. Maybe 290s, 300s if he's lucky. If he doesn't, he could be one of them guys, yeah, see how Puig, who else came? Did Jock Peterson come up like that? I know Puig came up like that, really, really hot like that. Guy's got a scouting report now. He's, not a terrible hitter, still really good, but he's not where he was when he came up right away. I definitely don't see him coming out here nailing 60 home runs a year or anything like that. But he could be a 300 hitter still. I think he's capable. Louis Lebo, once again, another question. We're going to the NHL. How many points do you think Nico Hischier finishes with this year? I want to go with 50. 50 seems like a nice number. He's not going to come out there and explode like McDavid did or Austin Matthews, I don't think. But he might. I'm going to go with 50. I think that'd be a great start for him coming out there to get 50 points, especially over there on the Devils, who are clearly in a little bit of a rebuilding phase right now. Bacon Boss Gabo asks, what is your favorite NHL game? My favorite NHL game was hands down NHL 14. I think I'd still rather play it right now. I know if they add solo challenges in NHL 18, that's going to make me think a little bit differently about it now, but I definitely did love everything about NHL 14. Maybe it's because I played more ESHL, you had more customization over there, and then there was still a HUT. Like, this year with HUT didn't really, I like the addition of Draft Champions, don't get me wrong, but I didn't really, like I said, they had solo challenges that might make me get into HUT even more and more. So we'll see what they do this year, but right now, NHL 14 is winning. Amazing Bros, what's your favorite team? It is the Columbus Blue Jackets, my dude. All right, let's answer it. The big question. I think I hear this solid at least once or twice a week, the whole face reveal thing. And man, I'm gonna be honest with you, I've been debating over this one for a long time, just in general talking about it, not actually doing it. But here's the thing, there's been a reason I haven't done this, a pretty big one, to be honest, and I think I'm finally at the point where I'm like, you know what, people are gonna hate. Just gotta get over it and try to focus on the people that aren't gonna hate, I guess. Maybe more supportive, hopefully. And I'm assuming if you're watching a Q&A about me and you're this far into the video, you somewhat care about what I have to say. So it's just at the point where it's like, do I want to put up with people hating or not? Anyway, first of all, if you're really that worried about what I look like, go check out the Instagram, man. 11 Quentin B, no spaces. I don't know if you know how to spell my name or not. You'll figure it out. Go stalk my Revive Legacy Instagram or something. You'll find your way there if you're really concerned. But the reason I don't do a face cam, right? I mean, I don't think I've ever been so nervous about something on YouTube. Anyway, I have like terrible vision, alright? With contacts, I'm rocking like a 2070. So what's that gonna do with the face review, right? Well, it's not bad because I have this eye condition, I'm gonna call it, where your retina doesn't like fully develop and la-di-da-di-da. Anywho, it causes my eyes to like involuntarily move back and forth. And having something like that happening on a face cam every year and there would probably 10,000% creep some people out and weird them out, and they would never want to watch ever again. So I completely understand that. But I've still been considering doing like in real life challenge videos where that's not really as much of a problem. But this is, you know, the reason it hasn't happened yet, quite honestly. And it's definitely something I'd like to talk more about and why YouTube's so important because of it. But I don't know if you guys really want to see something like that and sit through some whole long spew, because this is a channel you subscribe to for gaming and not that. Anyway, there's your answer. The answer you've been waiting for like 7 months. Love me, hate me, whatever. There you go. Sylvia Reaper asks, where's your dream place? As an example, yours is either in Oregon, Canada, Canada, I love it. Arizona, Oregon, and Canada. Basically a place where you want to spend the rest of your life. And you know where I'm actually honestly happy about? Is where I'm at right now. In the middle of nowhere. Like literally. So it's not really the middle of nowhere. Small town. Really small town. Like a couple hundred people. But it's a solid 20-30 minute drive to most, you know, where you're gonna find your Walmarts, your I don't even know where you guys go. Costco around there? We don't have Costco anywhere close to me. I don't even know where the closest Costco is. It's not very big over here. But it's just a lot more peaceful, and you have a lot less things to worry about. There ain't, you know, all these guys in the hood walking by every day worrying about jumping you or something kind of deal. Delta Highlights asks, what sports did you play growing up? I played, now that I think about it, I played more sports than I thought I did. I played Little League. We had like a younger league soccer team. Believe that, until like 7th grade, I think. And then we never had a soccer team in high school. Like, we didn't even have one. It was just like a little kid thing. But I did that. And then there was basketball. Never did football. That was about it. Jordan Hockey asks, when you started YouTube, how did you record and edit your videos? You guys are gonna like this. I swear you're gonna like it. Okay, you might not actually like it, but when I first started YouTube, no lie here, I was rocking like I still do rock that cheap mic the Xbox gives you when you first get your Xbox, because I hate buying an expensive mic because I always break them, so I just buy the $20 one. So I was recording videos with that mic on Xbox with their little like Xbox record that thing. You could record like the last 5 minutes forward. I'd do like a pack opening, and then after that you could do like a voiceover. So I was, man, the quality, man. But you had to start somewhere. That's the thing. You know, a lot of people don't come out there and just want to drop $150 on a mic and $150 on a capture device and then software and stuff like that. You got to start somewhere, and that's really, as funny as it is to say I did it when I look back at it, it's a great way if you want to start YouTube. If you're on Xbox, PS4 is the same thing, do it that way. That's how you want to start. You want to get your feet under you first. That's a good way if you don't want to make a big investment. If you could own your own store, what would you sell, and can I be the manager? I don't know what I'd sell. Ice cream? Maybe an ice cream store? You could be the manager of that as long as, you know, I can be the owner. That's part of the deal. Real quick though, Rob the Havoc here. We used to be Rob the Yankee. I just want to give him a quick shout out real quick. This guy has been supporting the channel. I've been trying to support his channel now for a long time, since I was like way back with like 1,000 subscribers or so. He was in the low hundreds, upper 100, somewhere around there. And you know, we've been supporting each other on each other's videos or whatever for a very long time, commenting on each other's channels and stuff. And really, I'm super appreciative of that, because he's been doing it for like 400 some videos now. Like, that's a long time to be doing that on almost every video. So I really do appreciate that. I'd really appreciate it if you guys even went over there, checked his channel out. He does MLB, does NHL. I think he even does some WWE nowadays. I'd appreciate it. I think he would appreciate it. He's a pretty good dude. The next question we got here is by Sixy, and that is, what team in the NHL do you think will be the next dynasty, and why? Now, that is a very good question. I'm gonna have to think about. I think, as much as I don't want to say it, I'm gonna have to say Edmonton. When you look at Edmonton, Cam Talbot's still, you know, a moderately young goalie. And then you look at Draisaitl, McDavid, and we're going to do it. We're going to compare Draisaitl, McDavid, that 1-2 punch in center, to Malkin and Crosby. Will Draisaitl ever be the Malkin? It's debatable. Will McDavid ever be the Crosby? It's been debatable. But right now, McDavid's top of the league as of last season. I mean, I ain't going to call him the better player because he's only been in the league for 2 years. But you can argue those two will be that 1-2 punch you need to be a dynasty for years to come. And then I think, you know, you come out with guys like that offensively, they can work some pieces in on the defense to get them there to where they need to be. Who's your all-time favorite player? What are we talking about here? Are we talking baseball? Are we talking hockey? Are we talking football? Because football would be Chad Johnson, man. Baseball would have to be, I gotta go with Joey Votto. He's been my boy since he came into the league. And then the third one for hockey would have to be, man, that's tough. Because if you guys know, I haven't watched hockey for probably religiously for what, 2-3 years, maybe 4, and I'm not going to go back and be like, oh, a guy 10 years ago is my favorite player, and I've never seen him play. I'd be like a Ryan Johansson or Zach Werenski guy, and I've always been, you know, since Werenski came in the league, before he's even on the Blue Jackets, I was, you know, on that Blue or Zach Werenski bandwagon. So I'm going to go with Zach Werenski, favorite player all time. I'm going to do it. Mark my words, to this day. Don't let me change it. Normal Shots asks, who do you want to see win Big Brother 19? I like this question. I like it. I like it a lot. I'm going to throw one out of the dark here because I'm not going to root for Paul. For some reason, I think Paul's going to get himself in trouble. I'm going to go with, dare I say it, I'm going to go with Jessica. And then I want to say, I still want to see Cody gone in like tomorrow, today, every single day. I think if he leaves, it makes her look like a lot better of a person. I think he just kind of wears off on her as of, you know, not a good person. Soviet Reaper asks, who or what made you want to start YouTube? Now, we kind of answered a little bit of this part of the question earlier, but the other part of it being, I've always wanted to kind of make a little bit of a difference on other people, you know, entertain them, help them out, make other people's lives easier in the game. I found it, you know, when I first started playing NHL games, watching YouTube videos, like, I've seen the way, like, a lot of people in this community's acted, whether it be other YouTubers or other just people in general. It's like, man, I think we need to clean this up a little bit. Let's make this community a little bit better. That was the ultimate goal there for a long time. And then, you know, for some reason, for a little bit there, I just kind of got away from it, trying to get back into that though, because that is definitely one of the bigger ultimate motives for me as a YouTuber, is to make an impact on other people, you know, for the better, not for the worse. And I just thoroughly enjoy making YouTube videos. You gotta do something you enjoy doing in your life, and YouTube is definitely one of those things I actually have a lot of fun doing. For me personally, one of the best feelings in the world is putting a smile on somebody else's face, and YouTube can definitely do that. Greg Baxter, I like this question too. Where would you put Sidney Crosby on your all-time list? You think Sidney Crosby should be #1? See, I like your point about comparing players from different generations, and that's where I'm going to stand. The only thing you can do with Crosby, in my opinion, is compare him to where he is right now, and he's the best player of his generation. I don't think you can compare him to Gretzky. I don't like the comparison, because everybody always says, well, Gretzky played in a different era where it was easier to score goals. Well, look how many more goals he did score. How can you say Crosby wasn't there? Crosby didn't play in that era, just like Gretzky didn't play now. Gretzky didn't have a chance to play in Crosby's era and prove his worth, just like Crosby didn't have a chance to play in Gretzky's era and prove his worth. You can't really compare the eras, I don't think, and I think for that reason, I'm a generational guy. Gretzky was the best of all time in his generation. Crosby was the best of his generation. McDavid could arguably be the best of his generation if hockey revolutionizes even more, where maybe scoring becomes more of a premium or less of a premium. Or you can put them in the same category, Crosby and McDavid, because they're still, as of right now, you know, they're still in the same league. They're not really that, what are they, 10 years apart, 12 years apart? So they're still in the same sort of league where you can always compare them 10 years down the road. We'll find out. But that's pretty much where I stand on that. McGregor or Mayweather? Yes, I like the question. Mayweather all day. It's not going to be close. I don't think Columbus will do next year. Honestly, I'm a little iffy on it. I hope they do good. I think they can be a playoff team. But it's one of those things where they are all young. They did play last year. They did make it. They made it on the back of Bobrovsky, though. That defense, it looks good on paper, but Bobrovsky carried that team. No questions asked. 930 Vezina winner. He has to put up numbers like that again if they want to be a contender. That's what's unfortunate about it. They went on that big win streak, but, you know, the other teams, the Wild, the Capitals, they went on big win streaks too. That's where they got a lot of points from, but still, it's tough. I hope they can repeat. I think since they're young, they can grow. It's one of those things. Bob struggles, not even struggles. If he posts like an average goalie numbers, you know, put up some 915, 920 save. How many games did they win with that? I don't want to think about it. I'm just hopeful. I'm hopeful we do good. Favorite card to use in Hut this year is Victor Hedman. I gotta shorten up these answers, I bet. I'm like 10 minutes in. I warned you guys. I could answer all these questions for a reason. Real Dog Gamer 123. Are you hyped for NHL 18? And are you gonna be an owner in LG in Season 20? That's a good question. I did apply. We'll see how it goes. I think it'd be interesting to do an aspect of being an owner. I think I can build a good team. Not, you know, toot my own horn, but toot. I think I can build a pretty good team. I'd like to see if we can make it happen. Hopefully, in NHL 18, of course I'm hyped for NHL 18. I'm really hyped for solo challenges. I'm not gonna lie. Here they're coming out, solo challenge. Man, I'm ready. I am ready to play some freaking Hut. I can't wait. How old am I? 21. Who's your favorite NHL YouTuber other than myself? That's probably Bacon. There's not a lot of guys on NHL. I'm just not like that I can watch on NHL. No offense to any of them. It's just my personal preference of video types. I don't watch a lot of gaming videos in general, so it's tough for me to watch through an entire video. But if there is one person that I can watch through like his entire video entertained, it's Bacon's videos. So I'm going to throw it to him. BTG Hockey asks, how do you sleep at night knowing Tactics is making money off YouTube when smaller, more genuine channels deserve it more? I'm just gonna not answer that and try to behave myself. But I like the question. Ryan's asking me how to bleep. I like it. He's censoring it out for me. I appreciate it, man. How did you convince 11,000 people to subscribe? I don't know. I've been wondering the same question. How's 11,000 people? I think they all hit it by accident. I'm not for sure. I'm thinking 11,000 people just did it by accident or something. I didn't pay him. Had to be an accident. Also, if I give you my address, will you write me a letter? I don't even know what I'd write on it. See, I feel bad saying no. Like, I do it, but it's, what would I do? What would I write a letter about? I'm not a writer, I guess. That's my problem. You're also wrong, I know. Game on Liam asks, have you ever thought about doing a gym mode for NHL 18? I have. I'm actually considering it. I need, now that we're talking about it, maybe you guys have suggestions on who to do, what team to use. Because I want to actually try to do one, an actual episode series of not just the whole team of walls and actually throw a GM in there. Because I know a lot of you guys watch the GM mode videos now. So maybe we can get one going. That was always the problem before. Nobody ever watched me. It's like, it's a little discouraging. Nobody wants to watch me. I'm not going to throw that, guys. But I think people are a little bit more entertained in them now. So we'll see how that goes. Sebastian Supernaut? I don't know how to say your name. I'm sorry. I'm not very good with names. Don't be offended, please. I tried my best. But he asked, what are your plans for NHL 18 content? Like, I hope to do everything. I'm not going to lie. I'd like to even try be a pro maybe a little bit if you guys would want to see it, but you know how it is too. I'm always open to everything you guys want to do. I'm always listening to those suggestions, but I'd like to get the HUD in. Obviously, I want to get the SHL in. Obviously, going to get some GM mode in. Like I said, I'm going to try to throw in some be a pro, and then that's about every game mode. But maybe we even do some 3-on-3 campaign mode. Like I said, it's got a lot to do with what you guys want to see too. If you guys don't want to watch it, I'm not going to force you to watch it, but well, I might force you to watch the ESHL because I like playing ESHL. You gotta play a little. You gotta do a little bit of fun stuff for yourself sometimes, you know. But other than that, I like to hear what you guys have to say about stuff that you want to see. So we'll see how that goes though for NHL 18 content. It's gonna be a good year, I think. How long have you been playing NHL 18 games? It has been 4 years, 5. What is this? NHL 18 started NHL. I started in NHL 13, the beginning of 13, midway 13. So it's been 5 years. It'll be 5 years coming NHL 18. Grow JC asks, do you play any other games besides NHL that you play on a regular basis? If so, would you start a second channel and play other games? Just asking because I like you as a YouTuber and would watch anything you do. Well, first of all, I appreciate it. Glad you'd watch anything you do. Second of all, I do have a second channel. It is a WWE channel that is just not going well. I don't upload enough on it though, to be honest. It's kind of inconsistent on it. But it's a WWE channel. It pretty much talks about everything WWE and throw in a little bit of WWE 2K in there sometimes too. But I definitely, other than that and sports games, that's pretty much what I do enjoy playing as far as games are concerned. I don't think I'd ever do Call of Duty because I'm not good enough at Call of Duty. Not really good enough at NHL either, to be honest, but still, I enjoy doing it. UBJ Sniper, go Reds. I don't know if that's a question, if you're not for sure or not, but yes, go Reds. Big Reds fan over here. Why do I cheer for the Blue Jackets? Nothing wrong with it, just curious. I cheer for the Blue Jackets because I'm a homer. I support, Reds, Bengals, Blue Jackets. All home state teams, I guess. Would you rather cheer for the Pens, Cubs, Ravens, or the Pacers? I like this question. First of all, I'd throw the Steelers in there instead of the Ravens. And I don't really like cheering for any basketball. I like the Pistons, obviously, but I don't really. Basketball is not my cup of tea. Definitely would never cheer for the Pens or Cubs. So I'd probably go with the Ravens. Well, I wouldn't even do that. Do I have to pick one? Because if I swapped out the Ravens with the Steelers, I'd definitely not cheer for those. I'd cheer for the Ravens a little bit. If the Ravens are a choice, I'd take the Ravens. Otherwise, that's a very tough question. I don't know if I'd cheer for any of them. Is there a fifth option? Honestly, not a lot. It ain't the Pens as much. I hate the whole people jumping on bandwagons, or you get fans that get really, I guess, cocky about their teams, and that bothers me the most. And then obviously Crosby. So you know what, they do bother me a little bit. I don't like the fact that it does feel, dare I say it, you Penguin fans won't like it. It does feel a little bit slighted when you play with their officiating. But you know what? Maybe it's just because we're not Pens fans. You can call us jealous, whatever it is. But other than that, I don't really absolutely hate them. It's not like they're bad people, players. You ain't got like Chris Kreider on your team going up there checking guys in the back. That was actually Matt Calvert doing it to them. Other than that, though, that is the last question I think we're going to go over here today. That was like 25 minutes worth of rambling. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you want to see more Q&As, do let me know. Otherwise, though, guys, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.